Okay, so the other day I went to the Goodwill and I did a mini haul. I got a bunch of items, but I was really impressed with this fabric. After washing and drying it, I am ready to do a project. So let's do it. Okay, so I am in my guest bedroom with the fabric that I bought from the Goodwill. Remember, guys, it was $2.99, marked 50% off, so I paid $1.50 for it. I didn't realize at the time that this was going to be the deal of the day. Not the other stuff that I bought, but this was going to be the deal of the day, really, because once I opened it, I discovered that it was 68 inches long and 42 inches wide. So that is almost 2 yards of fabric. And it had this beautiful print on the reverse side. So I absolutely love how this goes with the theme in my Granny Core guest bedroom #1. And I got to tell you that I didn't even know what I was going to do with it because it's just so beautiful until I looked around and I decided we're going to cover the lampshades with it. But to do that, what I'm going to do is take a seam ripper and remove the stitches here, the stitch lines for the quilt lines, because even though it is double-sided, it does have the battered in between because it is a quilt fabric. And so if I just put it on the lampshades like it is, it may cause the lamps to overheat. So I just want to use one side of the fabric, and it's going to be that. So let's get started. Okay, so first I measured the height of the lampshade, and then I measured the circumference of the lampshade. And ironically, it is the same width of the fabric. The fabric itself is 42 inches wide. And so all I have to do now is just cut the fabric. Here I'm going to cut 2 layers. So this side, this one and this one, I have it on the fold. And I'm actually going to cut it at 11 inches because I want to have fabric to fold over. So what I'm going to do is just put it all around and then fold it over once I take the quilt lines out. Okay, so I have been working on this piece of fabric with a seam ripper. And this is no joke. So I just came up with another idea. Instead of cutting 2 pieces this size, I just cut one. And because this is going to be split anyway, I'm going to use this fabric for one shade and this fabric for the other shade. I'm going to be making some trimming, almost like a binding. And I will, for this shade, using this fabric, I will use this as the binding, and for this fabric, I will use this trimming as the binding. It's going to look quirky, but that's okay. It will match because these 2 pieces are coordinating pieces, but to have to separate this twice, it's too brutal. It is too brutal. I am already about maybe 45 minutes in, and I still have at least a third or halfway to go on this. So let me continue, and then I will meet you back here with the next step for this project. Okay, so I have finally completed removing the quilt lines from the fabric, separating it from the batting, and I have given it a warm press with the iron and some starch. And so this shade, I gotta tell you, I took a closer look at it and I didn't even realize that, first of all, it is removable, so that is really good. And it looks like they just glued the trimming on. So guess what? I'm going to do the same thing. I imagined this big sewing project, but not at all. And these lamps were purchased off of Amazon, and I will post a link below. If you make a purchase, I earn a little bit of commission for my channel, and that helps me. Okay, so I've taken it off the frame, and it was actually very easy because it was attached to the frame with these prongs. And so all I did was just open them up and take it off. And then I took a closer look at how the trimming was on. And all I'm doing is really just going to separate it by pulling it, because this is just glued on. The way they have this is no sewing at all. It's just folded and pressed. And so I'm going to use the same process and method that they use to reattach. Hey, one more thing I want to show you. So once I laid the lampshade out, I noticed that it has a curved edge at the top and a wider curved edge at the bottom. But I cut the fabric straight across. If I was to apply the fabric the way it is laid out, it would work, only that I wouldn't have enough for my trimming. So what I'm going to do is fold the fabric in half and cut it on the fold. I'm using Aleene's Fast Grab Tacky Spray, and I am spraying it in small increments and then folding the fabric over like so. And then I have to stretch it a little bit because of the curve. And try to get all the crimps out. So I forgot to mention to have your hot glue plugged in and ready to go. I will be using the hot glue gun to apply the trimming. As you can see, I've already made it. And I have used the adhesive spray and just folded it over. And so far, so good. This is a bit time consuming, so you want to take your time. I kind of messed up on the second one. So on the second one, I was kind of rushing here. I didn't spray and pull the fabric as taut as the first one. I did end up having to put a fold in it because I cut it too short. And then I had to fill in the gap. And then now I have to put some glue to glue this seam together. And I just rushed this process. And then for the binding is going to go on the same way. I spray adhesive in, and I'm just going to use some hot glue just to add it to the trim. But you want to take your time with this. You don't want to rush it because it can be messy, especially if you're using spray adhesive. But overall, I do like the way this project came out. My cold got the best of me, but I am satisfied. Take a look at the results. Now take a look at the second one first. I must say that I do really love this fabric. I wished I had taken a little bit more time with it, but my cold got the best of me. But overall, I am satisfied with the way it came out. Now take a look at the first lampshade. You can definitely tell that I had taken a little bit more time with this one and I didn't rush the process. But I have no complaints with the way this project came out. I love it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.